everyone, in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to counter strafe and go into a little bit more depth about counter strafing. I talked about it in my aiming video, so if you have not checked that out, make sure you check that out after this video. I talk about it a little bit more there and kind of show you some other things about aiming. But counter strafing is very, very good in Valorant. You never want to be crouch spraying. That's like the opposite of counter strafing is crouch spraying. So you never just want to see an enemy and then stop, crouch, and shoot. That's bad, because if the enemy team or if the enemy person that you're shooting at strafes after you crouch, you're going to be missing them, and then you're stuck in one spot and you're spraying down. Your basically your bullets aren't reset yet because you're spraying. So if you do choose to strafe, then your bullets aren't going to be reset and you're just going to be dead. So you always want to be counter strafing unless you're like really, really close to someone. Like here or closer, you can crouch spray, but if you're farther away than that, then you should be counter strafing. So counter strafing is pretty easy. All you do is shoot 1 or 2 bullets at an enemy, and after that you just strafe to the right or to the left. You don't hold W or S, you just hold D for like a second, or A for a second. So this will help quite a bit with like repositioning yourself, and the enemy more than likely is going to be shooting at where you were just then. So if this guy shoots at, or if I shoot like 1 or 2 bullets at this guy and then strafe, he's going to be shooting where I just was. So I'm just kind of repositioning a little bit, and he has to reposition his crosshair. And also with counter strafing, it's very good, and you can use it to kind of aim a little bit better. So what I mean by that is when you strafe, if I strafe right here, my crosshair is going to be on this guy's head. So from here to the right, my crosshair's on his head. So you can kind of use that while you're aiming. So if I kind of mess up my first bullet, or first 2 bullets here, and I strafe to the right, my bullets will then be on his head, because my crosshairs goes there. I don't have to move my mouse at all. I can just kind of strafe and be there. But yeah, so you can kind of use that to your advantage while you're counter strafing. That should help out quite a bit. But to practice counter strafing, you're just going to hop into the range here like I am, click practice, and stand in front of here, and then you're just going to shoot 1 or 2 bullets at these spots, and then strafe, another 1 or 2, strafe, 1 or 2, strafe, and just keep going back and forth, killing these bots until you get pretty comfortable with it and get used to the feeling and timing of when you want to shoot. Because if you shoot a little bit too early, like if I strafe and shoot, my bullets aren't accurate at all. So you kind of want to get that timing down of right when you stop and then you want to shoot, or else you're not going to be accurate. But this is kind of what it's going to look like. I'm just going to go here, 1 or 2 bullets, strafe, and keep doing that. But yeah, so you can do larger strafes, or you can do little tiny ones. Just kind of all depends on what you want to do and what you can feel comfortable with. If you do little tiny ones like this, you're not going to be moving around a whole lot, so your enemy can kill you a little bit more. But then again, you can also shoot a little bit faster by doing that, because you're not moving for so long, if that makes sense. So basically I can shoot pretty quick and be accurate. And I'm still counter strafing here, besides those couple shots. So I'm still accurate, I'm just moving a little tiny bits. And you can also do longer ones like this. Either one is fine. I do medium ones, so a little mix of both of them, kind of, but just kind of depends on what you feel comfortable with and what you're used to from doing it in here. But yeah, that's kind of how you counter strafe, and make sure you go watch my crosshair placement video and also my aim videos. I go more into depth about other aiming techniques and things to help your aim out, so then it doesn't take as long to aim at people and stuff like that. So you have to move your mouse less and just easier to aim. So make sure you go check those videos out, and yeah. I forgot to mention this too, but if you want to practice on enemies that are counter strafing themselves, I recommend you go into a DM and practice it on actual people instead of doing it in the range. You can go into DM and unbind crouch if you're struggling with crouch spraying. I would recommend unbinding it and then just practicing counter strafing on all those enemies in the DM. But make sure you rebind crouch whenever you're playing, because there are scenarios where you need crouch bind. And yeah, so don't do it in the range if you're planning on practicing against counter strafing enemies. Go into DM and practice it there, because their movements are more realistic and what people in your actual matches are going to be moving like. So another way to practice your counter strafing and practice against actual people.